Okay, welcome to Astrology 101, and let's get started. What astrology asserts is we are light. Everything is light. There is nothing that's not light. That includes the light that you don't even see. But we're talking about the light that's in this spectrum right here, from your ultraviolets to your uh, infrared. And all this light that you see here is, the rainbow spectrum, your um, colors, is made up of, three primary colors. And the three primary colors uh, that make up all the colors of the rainbow, or the spectrum, um, of this realm that we can see with our eyes, our optical range, is this yellow, this red, and this blue over here. So this is all creation. This is all material things are made up of these three primary colors. Now you see there's other colors here that are combinations of the two colors blending. So like this yellow blends with this red, it makes this orange here. This yellow blends with this blue, it makes this green over here. So it's hottest and it's most amplified light here in the middle, this yellow. And then as it cools down to the blue side, it goes green. As it goes hot, as it cools down to the lower frequency sides, the lower frequency sides, it goes ultra, this purple over here. It goes orange to the red, but after the red, it goes to the infrared. Just like as it goes towards the blue here, it goes green to the blue, but after the blue, it goes into violet and the ultraviolet colors that we can't see. So we are light, and the astrology is about the journey of the sun, and it asserts that you are the sun. So you have the sun's journey. And here is the glyph that we're going to show you here. This is all of consciousness and all of space and all of matter in our realm. It's the circle, zero, or space. Now space is undefined until until a consciousness is observing it. So we'll put a consciousness right here. We'll just call that the 0 point. There is no, it's the calmest point. It's the center. As you go out, it's the more exciting, if you will, points of the sphere as you look out into space. So this is also the sun glyph, and this is also you. And so where we exist in the world is on Earth, and Earth spins around the sun. So let's say this point is the sun, and this is Earth's orbit. Okay, going around the sun. Now Earth, this doesn't go around the sun evenly. It's like yes, it's like a slant. It has a slant. So the Earth moves around the sun in a slanted fashion, and it's tipped. So as it goes around its yearly orbit around Earth, as it goes around its yearly orbit around the sun, the sun seems to go higher and lower on the horizon at different times of the year. So because it's tipped like that. So at Christmas time, in December 25th there, the sun in some parts of the earth never comes up above the horizon line, just stays dark. And then while at other times of that year it's light all the time. And then in the summertime, the sun's around all the time in like Alaska or up in the higher months of just sunlight all the time, because it's this tip. Now this tip of the planet causes you would have the sun either just going just around the equator all the time. Say like now this is Earth, right? And here's the axis with its tip. You would have the sun just always going here, but what happens is the sun, let's start here, let's say we're going to start in spring, let's say it's March 21st, the spring equinox starts in spring, and then the earth slowly starts to rise and get higher into the sky, days get longer, and then after the winter, June 21st, the winter solstice, the sun days get, go back to getting shorter, nights get longer, and then it comes back to this equal point. And then what happens again is it continues to go, put that right there, down as we get towards December 25th. The nights get longer, and the sun in some parts of the world is barely there. And then as we get back towards March 21st again from the winter solstice, we come back to the spring equinox again, and the days are even days, even nights. So the sun comes across and makes this wave across the equator like that. So what happens is even if you look at this as a cell, the cell divides. You have day and night. You have yin and yang. You have male and female. You have inside, outside. Light, dark. Division, and that brings us to this like number two. Number two is an important part of the organic life and astrology, and everything that's organic is involved with an interaction with two, dividing or multiplying, or in that way. So let's show here how this is astrology is a science, not a belief system. It's a science of light, and how how the earth moves around the sun, and how the the characteristics of the light alter and change things. So you have this, what happens is, as you move through different parts, as the earth moves around the sun, the sunlight comes through the ozone at different angles and creates different qualities of light. As the different parts of the day, even the light at 12 noon is different, very bright and yellow. The light in the morning when the sun rises would be very, more like this ultraviolet here, and these kinds of colors. The sun at sunset on the west side here, if you look at the west horizon, would be more orangey and purple. Those colors would come through. And then, of course, when the sun goes down across the horizon, it's dark out. So the sun is now making this effect on this side of the Earth's ozone and coming in and making light characteristics change. But what is important to know is that the light, even if the sun is below the Earth, on the other side of the Earth in your night, you're still getting the electromagnetic effects of that quality of light coming through our ozone. And that's where we get the science of light, and that's where astrology and astronomy all come together, and you can manage your health and manage yourself in that way. So I'm going to go ahead and make these, show you these. I'll start with 3 points. So just like this wave here, everything moves in these movements of 3. So you'll have like this first point would be coming. Say that we use this wave right here. You start this first point here with a cardinal or generative energy. The sun coming up on the horizon. It's strong. The energy is generative. The energy is cardinal. It's beginning. It's strong. It's moving. It's got velocity. So it comes. It's strong. And then as it gets to 12 noon, you come into this fixed position right over here. This fixed position. And the fixed position is stable light. It's very pure. It's strong in its purity. It's a yellow, let's say, like 12 noon, hot, sun brightest. And then around 3 o'clock it starts to change. You notice that the light is changing, and the quality of the light, it's because the sun is moving down now, coming through the horizon on a different angle, and you're getting a different hue of light. So it's mutating. The light is mutating. Light is dissolving into night, into a next phase. So you have the generative, operative, and the dissolve process, or in astrology it's cardinal, fixed, and mutable. So so let's make the segment here. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to start from the middle here, from consciousness, and this is how it always starts. Everything starts from the center. Everything starts from calmness. You can't create from the edges. So the center point comes up, reaches its apex, and comes down, and then it comes back. That sends the energy back to the center, and then it comes back and creates its polar opposite to create balance, and you're going to get this infinity symbol, or 8, which is another very important number. In astrology, you have this amazing structure occurring. It's always going to happen in balanced ways like this. So you have this infinity. Always, all nature is going to move like this, and it not only moves like this, it moves clockwise, and every time it moves, it creates a different hue of light, different personality, different characteristic. So I'm going to do these right now so we can save some time. Starts out, this is the second angle, and it creates its opposite, then comes back, and then it creates its next 30-degree angle, and it comes back, and there it is there. And you have something like this. You have this, whoops, let me get that there for you. You have this quadrant. You have cardinal, fixed, and mutable. And on the opposite too, you have cardinal, fixed, and mutable. So let me do the rest of the petals here of this. And you see these S's, you see? Look at my movement of my fingers. It's an S movement. It's a wave, and each wave creates the hue of light creates a different thing. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 rays of light, 12 days of the year, 12 months. And now we're going to go to our next video, and we'll go and take it from there to explain this. But this is the beginning of astrology and the beginning of why we have this wheel.